So here I just made a short list of Dave Herbert's contributions to the world of RC. R&D engineer for Kyosho Model Products, the helicopter division, Japan and Hobbico. RC flight instructors, test pilot, troubleshooter, an AMA leader member, AMA Hall of Fame inductee, 61 years of flying experience, started the first AMA recognized Toys for Tots in California, pioneered video-controlled RC flying, as seen in Air and Space Technology magazine, worked at Craft Radio Systems, won trophies for pattern flying and multi-wing. In fact, the multi-wing, he won 4 national championships 4 years in a row. He was a senior F-16 advisor and pilot for the F-16s in the movie Blue Thunder. Developed the first ETRM helicopters, that's electric tail rotors. The list is just long, but he's known as the father of NightFlying. He published articles in Model Aviation Magazine, RCM Magazine, Radio Helicopter Magazine, Model Airplane News, Model Builder Magazine, RC Report Magazine. Received Outstanding Service Award from the AMA. He worked on the flight characteristics for the Concept 30s in the original real flight for Knife Edge and Great Plains. His name is listed on the first disc in the credits. He worked to develop the RF-4B Phantom and the German Aerofly simulator. Name is also listed in the credit. These are just a few of Dave's accomplishments, but go visit his channel and you'll learn a lot, I promise.
This is Charles Klein from Candela Research, and he's brought me a bunch of stuff today. A Pitts. It's bigger than that one. It's a Hangar 9, right?
I think so, yep.
And I'm going to be putting that together pretty soon. But today he also brought this. Now what is this?
You would know better than I. We're not quite sure what it is. We think it's an FMS.
It's an F-16 body. Oh no, I mean.
I don't know the manufacturer.
Oh, the manufacturer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Don't
definitely
know.
F-16. And that's because that's one right there. That's the
Yeah.
wiring. So what are we doing here? Tell me about
We're just going to assemble it.
Okay.
And then we'll put a battery in it and fire it up. I already have it bound to my Spectrum, so we can give it a go.
Okay.
Can't fly it, obviously, but we can give it a go.
Why can't we fly it?
I don't know anything about it. That's your job.
Well, we have to look at it. Okay.
You could do that way over there if you want. There's a light plug and a... Oh, I wonder if we should flip it over first.
Yeah, I think we got the wrong.
No, we need to flip the wings back over. The screws are from the bottom.
That's what it was. That's what I said.
Do we have a stand?
Huh?
Do we have a stand? I don't
No,
want to break the
I
cable.
don't have a stand. I have. I have what I use for my F-16.
Yeah, you put me on the spot. I have no idea what it is. I didn't buy it. It was just something given to me. Oh, that's better than a stand. I'm gonna remember that. That's nice. That's way better than a stand.
Hell yeah. I mean, that works for this.
Yeah, there's your 2 screws right there.
Okay.
That's your thing there.
See, I knew that.
Find the battery.
With of course, the very first one I had, the Byron, it had the drop tanks and missiles and everything, but
What do we do with the battery?
we blew it up. The battery? I don't need no stinking battery.
I
This
need
is
them.
nuclear powered, right?
What do I do with the battery?
Did you bring it down or not?
Oh, here. I sure did.
Never mind.
Okay, so now it's following you.
Hey, boys and girls. How's everything today? Y'all having a good time? I am. UFC.
Can't do landing gear with that. That's okay. All right. Oh, I guess you can, can't
I
you?
don't know if you can, but see, phone box.
Seen the tab came off. That tape tab came off. I just taped it to have a little tab.
That's all right.
Guess we don't actually need to mount it.
No, it might be nose there.
Yeah, I'm holding it with my finger. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. I just won't do the landing gear. Throttle hold on. I'm not going to blow your sheet music. Yeah. I don't quite.
This is your throttle lock, right?
Yeah.
You have to program your transmitter with the throttle lock.
On. Bind it while it's
And
on.
he said, and he was showing the guy, hey, you guys behave. He was showing the guy that the lock was this way. And I said, man, you're doing it wrong. Dual rates is down, half rate, 3/4, like full on, like full throttle, up, on, full. It's like a light switch, on. That means your engine's gonna run when it's that way. He argued with me, so they all should be the other way. I go, I don't know anybody, anywhere, in all my
Yeah, for
life, that
everything
has
to
this
fly,
backwards. It's
to be
It's a
functioning.
log, on is up or full.
Yeah.
It's like
Everything
full
is away
throttle.
from me
Yeah,
to be ready to fly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And full rate is like full up,
Yeah.
this way. Half rate is back. It's like the throttle, half rate.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I do. I do have that little piece of tail.
Yeah, this is gonna crank, I can feel
Got some foam tack.
it. Oh, yeah. No, I don't have a phone jack.
I don't know why he had two tails, but they're both good. You want to try it?
I assume this is right.
I don't know. See, the tire just barely.
Let me video that while you're holding it, because it's hard for me to do. It's hard for you to hold too. All right, here's the landing gear on this. We've just put the battery in it. We're going to give it a test. There we go. Wow, that's nice. Put it back up. Well, that's a hell of a good deal I'm getting here.
Yeah, you'll have to explain to them why the tire's still sticking out.
Yeah, no, I understand that. My tires stick out on mine all the time.
Oh, they
I
don't ever
have
go up.
retraction. I didn't know if it was ever going to fly.
Do you want to store it with the gear, the wheels out or in?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know where you're putting it, so.
I don't know where I'm putting it either. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and, why don't we set it on this table now?
All right. So I guess we'll put the
Put the
landing gear
wheels
up.
down.
Yeah, they need some definite work and adjustment and some love.
Well, I don't know. The thing is, how well can it handle grass?
Not.
Yeah.
Not. It can't do grass. That's how I got that's how it collapsed on me. So yeah.
So this is one for the road or the airport. That's beautiful. I love it.
I mean, it's not as beautiful as your Byron right there.
Yeah, but this is stealth. This is stealth. This is what they really look like. This is what they made that look like in Blue Thunder. They
Right.
sprayed gray primer on it to
And
knock
you're gonna have
down-
to tell me that story again about how you got involved with that.
Oh, well, John Simone owned the company, Impact Effects, and he also manufactured the helicopter. You want to sit it, or what do you want?
No, we're good.
Okay, so yeah, he had the he made the probably the first guy to actually teach me how to fly a helicopter was John Simone. He was national helicopter champion.
Right.
He lived in the same town as I did, San Juan Capistrano, and he made the Mantis. And it came before he's in them, and that was the American RC Mantis, made in USA. And then he made several other ones, collective pitch and stuff, and he taught me to fly. And I flew that for a long time till Concept 30 came out, Kyosho, and they were just able to do, good aerobatics. But anyway, he was building helicopters and doing a lot of stuff and working on other movies, like The Swarm and The Towering Inferno. When I got the F-16, I was the first one to get that in the club. I had the first Byron Pitts.
Right.
I got that when I met Byron at the Mac show. Dean Copeland and Byron at the Mac show in Long Beach, California. And when I saw that Pitts fly out there where it shouldn't have even flown at 3 feet off the ground, Byro Drive has this belt drive,
Yeah.
unusual sound, I go, man, I gotta have that. So I went in to order one, and that's how that happened. But John had, and then when I got that, I had a friend, Frank Johnson, was a member of the club, and he says, there was no retracts on the stock one. That's why there's no retracts on that one. I built it stock, and he says, I could put retracts in it. And I go, John, you're not going to be able to put retracts. There's no room, there's no mount, there's nothing under that, And he says he could do it. He took it for 4 days, and he brought it back, had retracts in it. When Simone saw that, I don't know, he made a deal with John Badham, the director of Blue Thunder, who's making Batman movies and all that. He made the deal to do the Blue Thunder, and they wanted us to blow them up.
Like 15 of them?
Well, we bought 6 of them, but we blew 3 of them up. 2 of them crashed from radio interference before we ever got off the ground, and that was in L.A.
That had to hurt a little
Oh God! On the Hollywood freeway, F-16 crash. It's on the news. That people think it's a real one. I mean,
Right.
how they are. Oh God! And Frank's running down, and I'm still flying. Everybody's gone. I go. The camera guys are there. The one camera guy says, "Just get as close as you can to me, head on." Man, I love that. Right over the head. But the other guys are down on the freeway. Luckily, it didn't cause any damage. It was in the center divider, but it sure made a big traffic jam. If you know anything about, I'm gonna get some phone tag. Yeah, don't be crashing on the Hollywood freeway. I think there's some still left in this tube. Yeah,
I covered it up with a blanket in the car while we're at the hotel. Took the blanket off.
Where's the piece? Oh, never
Took the
mind.
tail with it.
And then stuff in and out of the car. This is in a slow motion road here.
Well, I'm glad you like the jet.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? F-16? Look.
Yeah. And you really don't have a lot of jets.
No, I had a bunch. I did have a bunch, but they were destroyed. A little bit up here. Catch that tab.
The way these lights are designed on it kind of reminded me of yours, because it's a single LED into a acrylic block, so it shines on the top and the bottom.
No, that was the plan. I was selling our polish to a place called Gemolite. They sold, everything was acrylic. was in Costa Mesa, California. A friend of mine, he flew. He was the manager there, and he made pure crystal clear acrylic cases to put the bottles on.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I wound up selling it to Boeing and Disneyland, San Diego Aerospace Museum. I mean, I got it into all the big places out there. It was really a big deal. But yeah, so they made these rods, pure round rods,
Yeah.
you know, and they were clear on them, man. I just drilled a little hole in the middle.
Put the LED in.
And it wasn't LED. We didn't have LED.
Oh, it was just an incandescent bulb.
Yeah, 5-volt 327, I think it was, or I forget what it was. But yeah, we had to have extra battery. You couldn't run your receiver battery and the light battery on the
At the
same
same
one
circuit,
because
yeah.
you know. But I used to say it didn't matter. One goes dead, you're gonna crash. The other goes dead, you're gonna crash. So it doesn't matter, you know. You might as well hook them up to the same thing. But
So what do you want to do now?
what do we want to do? Well, let's bring that pitch down.
All right.
And I don't know if we're gonna set it all up. But you can give me a.
When I did videos in my garage, I would set it up so you could see it.
All right, I'm gonna.
We could turn that light on for a minute if you want to.
Yeah.
I won't
you
look
go
at
look
it.
at it. Yeah, you will.
I had my eyes closed.
Okay, look at this, folks. Charles, Mr. Klein, has brought me another pit. And this one looks like a Hanger 9. We're gonna put it together here. Hopefully it'll fit in here. And tell me about it. Show me some of the stuff. You've got what's this?
So that's for the spark. That's for the coil that runs the spark plug. It's got a 43cc Fuji Bluehead racing engine in it, and then this controls everything else. Got a separate BEC for that. And really, that's about it.
All
6
right.
channel.
Yeah, look at that. And it's got the right kind of landing gear on it too. Very nice. All right. Fantastic, Charles. I mean, God, can you believe this guy?
It's been modified some. It's got other airplane parts on it, but only to make it look better.
Well, that's the.
We could take the cowling off. Take the prop and the cowling off, so we could
Yeah,
go look
well,
at the
yeah,
motor.
let's do that. What we need.
So this was, I was talking about this needs to be plated and reinforced because it's soft. But I also had this idea of putting this in between it, so that you had a finger hold to grab it while you plugged it in. I was just trying to solve the
Right,
problem
right.
without having to add a balsa patch.
Well, I
behind
don't
it.
even have one of those plugs.
I did. I gave it to you in the
Oh,
back.
it's in the.
upstairs.
Okay.
There's 2
Oh,
in there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then I would use it.
And I gave you the hand pump.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to get in there and figure out how to mount the tank and get the
Now,
plumbing.
we can lose the cooler then.
Lose the cooler. Shit, man,
We'll
I
just
don't wanna
take-
lose my cooler. I really don't wanna lose my cooler.
I am not a fan of these Allens and these bolts for putting everything together, because the Allen is,
Yeah, I know, they strip out easy.
2 wing bolts for the bottom wing, and everything else is that. So you might find yourself changing the bolts to something
Not
more
worried-
pleasant.
Not worried about it. So we're gonna pull those off, or what?
Yeah,
You
pull
gotta
the
take the
nose
prop.
off first.
What do you need for that? This
Allen.
problem, oh, an Allen?
Yeah, Allen for the nose cone, and I'll do a Phillips for the other one. But to me, this engine is one of my favorite gas engines. Not that I've flown them and blah blah blah, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it sounds.
Well, yeah.
So even though the motor hasn't flown, I have for an hour run the motor
So
during
it's
the.
broken in pretty much.
Well, I don't know. Is an hour long enough? But I ran the right mixture. They wanted like 50 to 1.
I usually
with a
run
brake
mine
in it.
nice and lean and get them hot for
Oh, just
First
let
floor on-
them all seat
Yeah, I
in.
don't care.
Well, if I were
You
you,
know, these days, you know, the engines are pretty much can handle it.
I would just pretend that,
But I'm gonna run it, Rich, I always.
I'd just
run it.
pretend that it hasn't been run at all and just do your thing.
Okay, now we need knuckle crushers.
And lining up that prop with that cone is a specialty in itself.
You have one of these? This is a
Allen.
metric crescent wrench. It is. What are you laughing? Kids. They don't know anything. It's a metric crescent wrench. It says metric on it. Let's just tell you, what am I trying?
You do, it's working. The prop hole isn't big enough. That's what it is. It's a brand new prop.
Okay, that's all. I appreciate that. What do we got here? More screws.
Phillips.
This might be too big for you.
I used larger screws so I could use a regular one. It
Yeah.
had those little tiny ones in it, and I like the bigger heads in this to hold the fiberglass.
And we all have about 10 million.
And of course, I added the mesh and
Yeah, no, that's great.
pop this out real quick. Spider webs. See, I added all this, cut everything out so it looks nice. I figured there was
I'm telling
enough
you,
air.
This is a damn Byron pits.
It could be. I don't know. No, the guy that I got it from had already had it 10 years before I got it.
Well, he may have got this because, you know, I mean, it just, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just work.
Well, would you know from the way it's structured on the inside?
It looks like, yeah.
I mean,
looks
on the
like-
plane itself. Like, does all this look like Byron?
Oh, no, that's not at all Byron.
Yeah. No, that might be then.
But, you know, they might have bought this for Byron.
Right.
You know how people are. Anyway, so
So let me get
explain.
my radio.
Let me explain this. Let me explain this thing here. Hey, here's the engine in this pits, folks.
So it's a Fuji 43 gas.
Fuji. Yeah, that's nice.
I made an electric choke. I'm ready.
Okay, so is it on?
You just gotta flip it to the
You
screen.
want it on?
Yep.
Let me do that again. Okay, we're gonna flip this on. And now what you got going on here now?
So it's a Fuji 43, and what I've done is it's gas with a spark plug. So the hold is on. Right now I don't have anything. It's coming, it's coming. It's coming. There we go. There's the throttle. I gotta remember which one's choke. Is that choke?
Well, I don't know which way is choke.
Yeah, this is the choke right
How
here.
do you know which way is choked?
Because away is flight.
Oh, okay, I can see in here.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, now it's choked now, so.
yeah. So it's just
okay.
like everything away is ready to fly.
Ready to fly, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Of course, you'll set it up in your own
That's
radio. the
nice.
same
Yeah,
way.
no, I can see how much it moves now, so I know I can.
So I designed all this. So I added all this is all my work. That's basically. I added this to keep the wire up out of the way, so it didn't rest on the motor.
That's a good idea, it looks good. You do
I
good
forgot
work.
my fuel cell. I
You do
forgot
good
my
work.
cover on that one.
You might make it.
Might, yeah.
No, it's fantastic, I can't wait to get that one going.
So it's not balanced, so you'll have to deal with that process. And the motor's larger than what was supposed to be on there. I think it's a 40 cc that went on there. So,
Oh, that's all right.
but there's the model number of the engine right there.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, she's pretty. And like I said, that light is only for just to tell us that the radio's on. I think it's a
On
7.
indicator.
It's a 7-volt indicator,
Yep, I got
and I
it.
think the radio I have in there is 6. Yeah, see.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, looks good, looks good. Very good. Looks beautiful. I mean, God, Charles. well.
She is dusty though. I will say she's very
Yeah,
dusty.
I got the stuff for that.
All of the tail and all of the wings are whatever's original. This white, these stripes, and the stuff on there is all new stuff with pinstriping. I always like that part.
Yeah. Yeah, they might need clay. I can't do it all today.
No, I thought we were flying in the morning.
Oh, God.
It's good.
What do we got here, Charles?
So this is my old Align 600 that we used for Candela. It actually used to be a film heli. It had a big camera gimbal that hung underneath of it when I first got it. I think they filmed like real estate videos with it. Turn that off, sorry.
You know where that goes.
Yeah.
I
So,
left it on and left the house. How long do you think it'll go like that?
I don't know, it's dead.
No.
There's a time
It
limit.
goes quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
It goes quiet.
Yeah. So it's not much to say, just other than, it's a standard Align 600. Motor's been changed. The ESC is a spool up ESC. Takes a 6-cell. It's got its own separate BEC in case you lose the battery.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, it looks really good.
It's definitely the one I tried to harness with.
Well, it doesn't look like you damaged it.
I've never wrecked it. Yeah. Oh, I got you. No, I didn't break it. Yeah.
Well, there's always the hard landings, and I put floats on everything.
So you turn all the servos on over here. Battery's almost dead, but that's alright. Runs on this 2-cell in the back right here that you strap in.
Okay, got it.
And then a 6-cell, which we're not going to plug in, goes there.
No, I don't.
But it's this one. Goes like that.
Okay.
So slow spool up ESC. I think it's a Scorpion motor in it. I can't quite remember, but I think it's a Scorpion.
Yeah, it might be. It's blue.
Yeah. 6-channel Align. Spectrum. Yeah.
There you go.
But all carbon fiber blades. And then one special thing I did on mine was I painted the bottom blades yellow.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I can see when I'm flipping around in a distance. When I do the flips, I know what orientation.
That's why I put the floats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anything to help me see it better, And,
But the yellow is nice when it's above
yeah,
you.
no,
You
that'll
see
be
them.
that'll be really great. That'll match the body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's great. Man, I can't believe you give me this. Are you kidding me? I'm going to be under so much pressure now to fly it.
Months of videos. Well, you definitely deserve it. That's for sure. Of all the people I know, the pits, I really wanted you to have that. So.
Wow, yeah. Well,
And most people don't know, but I can't fly these anymore because of my hands. But so we're going to give it to someone that can fly.
Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm going to do the best I can to fly it, too.
Yeah. But you're a great guy. You deserve everything.
Thank you. Thank you. You're good. I appreciate you, man. All right. Oh, man. This one will probably be the first thing that I do.
It's probably the quickest
Yeah.
because you already know how to set your radio up. So that's not my,
Not unless I take your card.
No. I just did a rough setup.
Oh, okay.
There's no. I don't have.
Okay.
I don't have idle up or anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll do that. That's easy.
Because
I might.
The last time I flew it, I
What
had a
receiver
6.
is in it?
An Align 6.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. AR 7000.
I thought I was going to have to put a receiver in the pits.
No, I put.
I didn't know. I didn't know you had anything. I didn't know. You didn't really say. What I thought was, I'm going to get a bunch of stuff that's old sitting around that belonged to your dad or grandfather.
No. No, these
And
are all
here
things
you
I...
got all stuff that's new.
Well, everything
That's
that
better
works.
than my stuff. And everything, jeez.
Yeah, I did buy a new battery, so...
That's a new battery too?
Yeah. I didn't
Well,
want you to have
that's
a...
your battery.
No, that's the Heli. I
Oh.
bought it for these two. They're the same battery.
Oh, wow.
No, that's for you. All right, so we're going to turn the BEC on. Make sure everything works. You seem to be on. And we'll turn the motor on. Let it initialize.
All right. Always stand behind me.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see me backing up?
All right, let's see what we got here. Let it turn the tail. I'm not in the 3D mode, I'm just running straight flying. Gyro's a little bit.
A little weak.
Yeah, no, but I didn't set it really. Oh, see that? Almost like no gyro. So I'm gonna run it up and just put it in 3D mode and see what it spins like here.
Okay.
Boy, it flies nice. Uh-oh, there's a car.
He's just watching now.
I am getting bit on my arm. Yeah, thank you. God, don't you hate that? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't know where the battery is, but wow.
Isn't that good?
That's sweet. Thank you so much. I mean, my goodness.